starting lineups right away. First of all, for the Bulldogs of Pardeeville, at 1 forward position, number 23, a 6'2" junior, Russ Bortz. His opposite on Colfax, number 34, Mark Loftus, a 5'11" senior. For Pardeeville, another forward position, number 31, Jeff Satina, a 6'3" junior. His opposite, 32, Bob Beer, a 5'11" senior. At the center position for Pardeeville, number 55, a 6'5" junior, Mark Bortz. And his opposite on Colfax, number 24, only 5'11", Greg Dobbs. At the guard position, number 33, Randy Cross, a 5'9" senior for Pardeeville. And for the Vikings, number 20, another junior, Jay Miller, 5 feet 10 inches tall. At guard for Pardeeville, the big star, Steve Jacobson, number 35, a 6-foot senior. He'll be going against number 12, Steve Obermiller, also a 6-foot senior. The coach for Pardeeville in his 6th year, Bruce Hammond, and for Colfax in his 5th year, Dick Diener. The officials for this afternoon's game, Doug Holt from Madison and Otto Foles from Middleton. Chuck Nagel, what are you looking for in this ball game?
We're going to have an outstanding ball game, Ken. I look for Pardeeville to go underneath the boards. They've got Jacobson that can fire from anywhere. We saw Colfax come back yesterday, 24 points in the final quarter to beat Coleman. It's going to be a steady game. I think we'll see a lot of scoring, and I'm looking forward to watching Jacobson, a great ball player.
There's the jump, and it's controlled by Pardeeville right away. They're in the dark basket to your right. Colfax now opens up in a man-to-man defense. This is the thing that Coach Dick Diener has said has carried the Vikings to the state championship game, but right away there, Pardeeville gets the basket, and they have a quick 2-0 lead.
There's what Jacobson does so well. Penetrates down the middle for the nice pass. Great ball player.
Give the basket to Randy Cross. A shot from the outside, and Bortz clears the rebound. Pardeeville with a quick 2-0 lead. Just underway in the first quarter here as Cross fires again. Randy Cross, 5'9" senior. He's only averaging 2.7 points per game, and already he's got 4 points. This is Miller with the ball for Colfax. Over Miller, he hits.
There's the fine ball player. Good shooter yesterday. He ended up with 18 points, 8 out of 12 from the floor. They've got to watch him.
He had one streak, Chuck, where he was 7 out of 8. He really helped Colfax come from behind against Coleman and their semifinal win yesterday, 62-58. Jacobson handling the ball. He'll go all the way and fires. It's good. Pardeeville 3 for 3 from the field to open up the game here. They're hot. Inside to Loftus, operating on Bortz. He turns off the rim, no good. Rebound fought for, picked up by Loftus. He misses again. And I think Loftus is going to be called. Yep, Loftus is called for the personal foul, reaching over the back of Bortz. So it will be Pardeeville ball in the backcourt.
He's their top rebounder, 36-inch vertical leap. We're going to see a lot of Loftus today.
Jacobson trying to break the press, steps out of bounds. First turnover against Pardeeville. Colfax, really much the smaller team. As we said yesterday in the semifinal game, their tallest starter is 6 foot. The others are 5'11", 5'11", and 5'10". While Pardeeville is much bigger. They go 6'5", 6'3", 6'2", 6 foot, and 5'9". As Bortz gets the pass, as Dobbs slipped in the middle there. Turnover against Colfax, and Pardeeville now with a 6-2 lead. There's Jacobson drives, feed off to Russ Bortz, and he travels. Russ Bortz tries to put the move on, but shuffle the feet. Turnover number 2 against Pardeeville. Trust your good life to that special man from the rural companies. Mark Moritz gets another rebound. He had 18 in the semifinal win for Pardeeville over Fall Creek. That was a 58-53 decision on Thursday morning. Jacobson going one-on-one over the top of the backboard. It'll be Colfax ball.
Jay Miller from Colfax can guarding boards one-on-one. He's going to have his work cut out for him, but right now he's kept Jacobson to the outside pretty well. Good matchup, Miller and Jacobson.
Are you surprised that Colfax is opening up in the man-to-man defense?
Well, they were defensed Fall Creek. Fall Creek went zone, and they were down early in the ball game, and I'm sure Coach Dick Diener saw that. He says, well, we'll try a man-to-man. If it doesn't work, you'll see him go zone, but right now it's been an effective defense.
Jacobson drives the lane, feeds it off, but we've got a foul on Miller before the feed.
Jacobson penetrates like he does so well. Nice pass underneath. Jay Miller, a common foul. Second on Colfax, first on Miller. I guess they say he was going to shoot the ball. They'll give him 2 shots.
Officials are debating over that, but they determine it as a shot. So Jacobson will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. He's a 67% free throw shooter, averaging 27 points a game. His lowest point total during the regular season was 19 points, and that was exactly what he got against Fall Creek on Thursday morning. So even though Fall Creek held him very well, he was the spark. He came back in the second half after having to sit down for about 6 minutes in the third quarter and really sparked Pardeeville after Fall Creek had come from behind. Very interesting how the teams played in their respective semifinal games. Colfax coming from way behind as Miller makes a nice drive but can't get it to fall. Colfax had to come from behind 12 points down, while Pardeeville was on the other end. They blew a 17-point lead but rallied in the fourth quarter to beat Fall Creek. Nice move, Jacobson.
Possibly the best individual little guard we've seen. I think Colfax now will call a timeout. They've got to do something to stop Jacobson.
Pardeeville with a 10-2 lead. We'll be back with more basketball action right after these words from our sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
Coke adds life to memories of the good old days. Looking back, we realize we've changed in so many ways. Of the good old days. We may never recapture the way we were then, but the warm, loving feelings that come back again when we sit and recall all the good times. Coke adds life.
Vern Pieper, family man, teacher, coach. Vern's wrestlers have captured 5 state championships the last 10 years. Teaching is a good life, and the environment in Stoughton makes coaching very gratifying. So wherever people find the good life, doesn't it make sense to protect it with the rural companies? Get to know your agent.
Special man with the rural companies. The things we do are for you.
Well, Coach Dick Diener of Colfax said that the first half that his team played against Coleman yesterday was probably their worst half of the year. It looks like they're taking up right where they left off in the first half. Again, they're 1 for 7 from the field, while Pardeeville 4 for 5. And that's the difference, 10-2. Pardeeville up by 8, and they're on defense right now. Jacobson very aggressive in that zone as Obermiller fires and hits. He's 2 for 2 from the field, and he's got all 4 points for Colfax. 10-4 as Colfax goes into the press. Nice steal by Loftus, and he gets the basket. There goes a pass out of bounds. It'll be Colfax ball.
4th turnover already, and that's what the timeout was for. Let's press him full court. Good move by Coach Dick Diener.
Pardeeville has been bothered by full court pressure defenses this year as Loftus gets the ball in the corner. The shot is short though and cleared nicely by Jeff Satina. Good-looking junior there, 6 foot 3 inch, 185 pounder, Jeff Satina for Pardeeville. Jacobson.
Blocking out foul underneath Ken. It'll be the 3rd team foul on Colfax.
That's a foul on Greg Dobbs, the 5'11 senior. He's trying to keep out Mark Bortz, the big 6 foot 5 inch junior. There goes the tall pass, but Dobbs picks it off.
Here, Coach Bruce Hammond telling Jacobson, don't foul. You know, as you mentioned, Kenny was in trouble yesterday.
Miller hits from the outside. Colfax starting to warm up, and it's 10-8 as they've now scored 6 straight points. Colfax stays in the man-to-man defense. Good steal by Loftus. He'll go all the way.
Momentum. One team had it. Now it's all Colfax. It'll be timeout Pardeeville.
Well, 3:15 left to go in the first quarter. It's 10-10. Oh, Chuck, there's been something I've been wanting to show you here for most of the tournament as we see the replay of the steal by Loftus. He'll go all the way here. And that full court pressure defense is what's working. I think Loftus, check that. Jacobson is going to have to be careful about getting double teamed. There's been something that I discovered in our files, Chuck, that I just wanted you to see. Here it is right here. Chuck Nagel with the University of Wisconsin basketball team. Handsome looking devil, Chuck, back in those days.
Been so long ago, I forgot what number I wore those days. Number 11. That's good to see. Brings back a lot of memories, Ken. Everyone right in the Fieldhouse. And I'll tell you, it wouldn't be, it all would not have been possible had I not played at Wisconsin. And memories I've got from those days will be with me a long, long time. And it's a great Fieldhouse, a great state, and basketball in Wisconsin has gotten so much better since then. I'm really, really proud to be a part of the broadcast team, and Wisconsin basketball is going to be around for a long time.
I was checking the Wisconsin record book, and I found out that you are still, even though you played some 9 years ago, the 9th all-time leading scorer for Wisconsin. I didn't realize that. I wasn't around the state at that time. Just wanted to bring you back a little bit, Chuck.
I appreciate it. Thank you. A lot of memories.
Your hair was awful long at that time.
By design, not by choice.
10-10 ball game. 3:10 left to go first quarter as Jacobson goes all the way. Feeds off to Bortz. And Loftus is going to be called for another foul.
Again, Jacobson with the assist. Bortz, and you know, we talked yesterday, third foul, second foul. We talked yesterday, now, Pardeeville hasn't played in 2 days. Coleman and Colfax played yesterday, so Colfax has only had 24 hours rest. It might be better, though, than 2 days rest, so we'll see, although right now Pardeeville does not look like a 2-day rest has affected their play.
Well, there's one advantage, at least in the mind of Bruce Hammond, the Pardeeville coach, that the Bulldogs have, and that is that they are still staying at home. Pardeeville is a town only about 25 miles north of Madison, so they can easily make the trek into the field house. And this is very important, that you be able to sleep in your own bed, have some kind of a regular day-to-day existence heading into this state tournament. Jacobson hits again.
Boy, I'll tell you, that guy is so impressive, so impressive. It's so tough to stop a kid that can pass and shoot like that. If he stays out of foul trouble, it's going to be a long day for Colfax guarding that kid.
Obermiller. That's his first miss of the afternoon. And now Pardeeville has reeled off 5 straight points after that timeout. Colfax stays in the man-to-man, though. Miller has got the tough assignment of guarding Jacobson, and he just scores again.
We've said it all about that kid, and a fine, fine performer. They're going to miss him next year.
He had 34 points against Wrightstown.
Nice move. Nice individual baseline move. Fine drive.
17-12 now. 1:55 remaining in the first quarter as the Bulldogs break the pressure defense. This is Randy Cross. He scored the first 4 points. We're going to have a foul right there.
Drive down the middle. The foul behind by Obermuller. His first, I believe. 15 fouls. So another thing now, Ken, they look for keys, momentum in ball games. Colfax will be in the bonus situation. Pardeeville in the bonus. I look up on a scoreboard. Pardeeville has not committed a foul yet.
Randy Cross makes his first free throw. He now has 5 points. Again, his average is just 2.7. Loftus way up in the air to get that rebound. This is Fear from the corner, misses everything. Pardeeville will set up the offense now. Again, Colfax staying in that man-to-man defense. If Jacobson scores again, they're going to have to come out of it. Nice rebound by Dobbs, and we're going to have a foul, I believe, on Satina. Jeff Satina coming over the back of Greg Dobbs.
I'll tell you, that shot has been taken from so far out. You'll see 9 players on our replay. You don't even see Jacobson. And people talk about, well, should he shoot that far out? This guy's a strong enough individual that a 30-footer for this kid's like a 10-footer, and every shot he takes is a good shot.
He will take between 30 to 40 shots every game as Bortz clears the boards there. So it's not unusual for him just to come down and fire it up. The Bulldogs know that they have to get in there for position on the misses. Cross firing. Rebound to Bortz. Off his foot, though, and Satina picks it up. Over to Russ Bortz. Off the front of the rim, no good. Mark Bortz again. He can't get it to fall. And we got a traveling violation because I think 2 players had possession of the ball, Chuck.
Exactly. Both had possession. They got 3 or 4 shots at the basket. Good defensive rebounding, though, by Colfax. They stayed with it and got the turnover. 2-1-2 zone defense by Pardeeville.
Inside to Loftus. He gets good position and scores.
Tough underneath the basket for a small man. A very, very good jumper.
18-14, just 31 seconds left in period number 1. Pardeeville with a 4-point lead. Jacobson again. Controlled by Loftus. Ahead to Miller. We're right back where we were last week, Ken. You and I, that first ball game, Oakfield, Iowa Scandinavia, girls Class C last week. Great first quarter. A week later, same thing. Excellent basketball by both teams. 7 seconds. Watch Jacobson put it up. He feeds off to Russ Bortz. Nice move to get the shot off, but he misses it. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. Pardeeville 18, Colfax 16. We'll be back with more right after these words from our sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
There are sweet drinks, there are tart drinks, there are soft drinks by the score. Fizzy, whizzy, tutti frutti, things that you can pour. But when it comes to goodness, summer, winter, spring, or fall, drink milk, the softest soft drink of all. Drink milk, drink milk, drink milk, drink milk, drink milk, drink milk. Hoffman House is a place worth living. Hoffman House is a place worth visiting. What a nice place to unwind. What a good place to dine. Hoffman House is a place altogether enjoyable.
There you see Dick Diener, the coach of the Vikings of Colfax. Dick is a graduate of Lakeland College in 1972. Kind of a soft-spoken guy. Really kind of quiet, but he's done the job for Colfax. He's also the head football coach there and the baseball coach. First quarter statistics, Colfax 8 of 19 from the field for 42% as the Bulldogs control the tap. Pardeeville 7 of 14 for 50%. Jacobson has 10 points. He's going for 12, but he passes off to Cross. He can't hit, though, and Bortz gets the rebound nicely and scores. I think the thing that's keeping Colfax in the game is the 10 turnovers by Pardeeville. They've had some problems there.
Steve Jacobson picks up the foul, I believe his first. You see Jacobson on the screen. Nice drive, left-handed. They use that left hand so well. Jacobson, and again, Coach Bruce Hammond, little disgusted. He does not want Jacobson on the bench next to him this ball game.
Well, Jacobson turns right around, is aggressive again, but makes the steal. Randy Cross from outside. Rebound pulled down by Loftus. Almost a charge there, but not quite, as Loftus didn't make enough contact. I think Colfax is trying to really run it up court. Try to get the fast break going. Loftus from the corner.
Nice looking inside and outside. Either place is a very tough ball player. And Ken, I think the reason why a lot of teams think they can fast break is zone defense. Pardeeville's in a 2-1-2. It's a good defense to be able to fast break against, and that's a good coaching maneuver.
Jeff Satina coming over the back, trying for the offensive rebound, will be called for his second personal foul. So coming into the game will be number 53, Tim Bortz. I believe he'll be coming in for Satina. That's correct. Tim Bortz, a 6'3" senior. He started for most of the season, but Satina came on in the latter part and took the starting job away, but Tim Bortz was the one who made the free throw with 10 seconds left that really sewed up the win over Fall Creek. Obermiller from outside.
I think he's only missed 2 shots the entire tournament. Boy, he's a fine shooter, and again, if they can get him hot from the side, you got a good ball game. Tie right now, 20-20.
Russ Bortz fires. It can't get it to fall. Tim Bortz goes up. It's no good. Mark Bortz underneath. And we're going to have a foul there on Bob Fear.
Mark Bortz is so strong underneath, he almost intimidates the smaller players. Goes up twice. Bob Fear with a foul. 2-shot foul. It's the first one on Fear. And Mark Bortz had a great game on Thursday. He also was in a bit of foul trouble. And that's been something that's plagued Coach Bruce Hammond's team. When they get down, they foul, and if he can keep his lineup healthy, they'll be in this ball game.
Mark Bortz had 18 rebounds against Fall Creek. (22-20), Pardeeville over Colfax. Bulldogs staying in the 2-1-2 zone. This is Fear firing. It's off another rebound to Bortz. We've been saying the name Bortz a lot. There's Russ Bortz, number 23 for Pardeeville, number 55, the center Mark Bortz, number 53, Tim Bortz. They are all cousins. As Russ Bortz misses the shot, and he gets the rebound, Jacobson from way outside. That one will count, but Jacobson will be called for the offensive foul coming down on Miller.
Good call by Otto Pauls. You'll see Jacobson in your screen goes up. Beautiful defensive play by Jay Miller. Bucket will count, giving Pardeeville a 4-point lead. I like Jay Miller standing right there and taking the charge. Good job. That's what he's supposed to do if he's on Jacobson.
Use your full-service bank. One-stop banking for all your financial needs. Pardeeville with a 4-point lead. Obermiller tries to drive the lane. Nice move. Steve Obermiller. He's 4 for 5 from the field, and now it's a 24-22 game with 5:17 left in period number 2. Crossfires from the outside. Gets his own rebound. He'll shoot it up again. And Loftus with the big board. 2-on-1 break. Miller goes all the way. Good shot.
Left-handed, for those that are watching this ball game, that left hand is so important. A right-hand shot there would have gotten blocked. Nice job by Jay Miller.
That's hard to teach a player to do, too. Randy Cross comes right back. He's got 6 now. He's shooting quite a bit more than him on Thursday.
Off from that same corner spot.
Inside to Dobbs. He goes up, misses everything, gets his own rebound, fires up again and scores. Nice move, Greg Dobbs. Tie game with 4:18 remaining, 26-26. A lot of people expected Pardeeville to really run away with this game, Chuck. But that's the 5th tie right now, as the score is tied 26-26 with 4:04 remaining first quarter. Off this again. Russ Bortz with the rebound. Mark Bortz got the good offensive rebound that time, but it was knocked out of his hands. The Bulldogs will maintain possession of the ball. Chuck, I don't think Colfax is quite in a straight man-to-man defense. Maybe we can pick it up. It looks like a combination man-to-man zone. Well, I won't be able to see it there as Cross tosses the ball out of bounds, but we'll check it next time down court.
The out-of-bounds plays, Jay Miller will man-to-man Steve Jacobson, and the other 4 ball players will zone. Now, that's on the out-of-bounds play. We'll see what happens when they come down half court.
It doesn't look like a straight box and one. Obermiller.
We were right behind him, and that shot looked good all the way. He's got a nice form, nice arc on the ball. every quality a good shooter should have.
Miller called for the foul again.
Jay Miller is, I think, quick enough to stay with Jacobson, Ken, but I think that he's got to let Jacobson make a move before he tries to defense him. There's no way he can defense him out 35 feet away from the basket, and that's Jay's second. One more on Jay, and he may come out.
Jacobson misses the first one. Pulled down nicely by Fear. Colfax really having a battle here to fight the taller Bulldogs, but they're doing well. They faced taller teams all year. Colfax, the smallest team in their conference, so they fought the battle all year. As you see, a nice offensive rebound right there by Mark Loftus. Colfax now with a 4-point lead.
Smart defense, you're right, Ken. They zone underneath. They know Jacobson likes to dish that ball off, so they'll go one-on-one with him and sag. We can't pass off. Good defense by Colfax.
Nice move, Jacobson.
Hangs in the air. He can do it all.
This is the second time that Pardeeville has been in a Class C championship game. They were in it against Marathon back in 1975, as Tim Boytz will be called for the foul against Loftus.
Loftus goes low, and again, he's a small man, 5'11". When he gets the ball low, I would venture to say he's possibly got the best spring. You mentioned 36-inch vertical leap of any player in this tournament, and for a man 5'11", he's playing 6'3" right now.
The Vikings do a good job of getting the ball into him. They anticipate the passes very well.
It's hard to lob to a guy 5'11", and they do it well, Ken. You're right, and they know how to do it, and they've been well schooled at how to get the ball low.
Loftus now has 12 points. His average is 18.2.
Nice pass. Nice pass. They're proving that this Steve Jacobson is not a one-man show. He's got a lot of help, and they're a very fine ball club.
Dobbs in the lane. It comes down. Colfax again with a 4-point lead with 1:58 before halftime. Jacobson again.
I've said it all, and we're only in the first half about that kid. I can't think of any more descriptions. Steve Jacobson, wow.
Can he play at a major college at only 6 foot tall?
That's a hard question. I'll tell you, if he keeps shooting like that, he could probably play anywhere. You've got to think he's a small, and he's going to have to play a guard. But if he can shoot from 25 feet, who can guard the guy? Most players don't pick up their offensive man until they're closer to the basket than Steve.
Dobbs in the lane. He's got 2 in a row now.
If Jacobson were 6'4", he wouldn't have to worry about going to college. He'd be out in the West Coast right now playing with some team.
Third personal foul against Steve Jacobson, and he's going to have to come out of the game.
Credit Jay Miller and Obermuller. Good defense. Obvious charge. Satina now back in the ball game. Just 1:14 to go.
Checking into the game now for Colfax is number 44, Mike Keycaper, and Mark Loftus will come out. That's kind of an interesting substitution.
Well, he's got 2 fouls, and Coach Dick Diener doesn't want him with 3. So a lot of strategy employed here. A lot of strange things go on, and people don't realize, but Coach has a reason for every move he makes. So some people may not think that's a good move, but that's why he's on the bench, and that's why his Colfax team is in the finals, because of Dick Diener.
Steve Obermiller now with 12 points as Colfax has opened up to the biggest lead they've had. 6 points, 38-32 with 1:05 remaining before halftime. Randy Cross, that shot misses, and Satina gets the rebound. He'll go up with it, and it's good. Coming right off the bench, Jeff Satina gets his first 2 points of the game, and it's 38-34. Colfax being patient on offense. It might be working for a last shot. Obermiller goes to the right. This is Spear from the corner. And Mark Bortz gets another rebound. 23 seconds left. Pardeeville may work for a last shot right here.
Straight 2-3 or 2-1-2 zone defense now. Jacobson goes to the bench. They go right to a zone defense. 13 seconds. They'll go for one.
Dobbs pulls down the board. Jay Miller gets it at half court. 3 seconds. He's going to have to hurry. He puts it up. No good, and that's the end of the half. Colfax 38, Pardeeville 34. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more right after these messages. This is your WIAA network station.
Morning in New Glarus, Alfred Lanher begins processing his cheese in the traditional Swiss manner. What type is that, Alfred?
That's Munster. Most of it goes into pizzas.
By day's end, 1,200 pounds will be ready for market. Quite a feat for one man. Alfred trusts his good life to the rural companies, and so can you. Get to know your rural agent.
Special man with the rural companies. The things we do are for you.
You're ready in the winter when your face is turning blue. When no matter what you're wearing, that cold wind whips right through. One winter day like this one, it's gonna get to you.
Harvest store, you're ready for a harvest store.
Yes, you're ready for a Harvest Store system. See your dealer right away.
There you see the score. Colfax holding a 4-point lead, 38-34. And I guess a lot of the so-called experts, Chuck Nagel, wouldn't have expected that.
Well, they've been a two-man show most of the year with the Bortz and Jacobson, and that's why people thought they'd be so effective today. They probably played a better team in the semifinals. Colfax, a super team. Each team got momentum once today. Pardeeville started out great first 4 or 5 minutes. Colfax comes back, ties it. Then we've got an even ball game. Colfax now leads by 4, and the question people are asking themselves, can Jacobson stay out of foul trouble? I hope he does. If for no other reason, I love to watch that kid play, so I hope I get to see him play all 16 minutes.
2 out of the 3 fouls that he committed were caused by him jumping forward. Could that be a weakness in the game of Steve Jacobson?
You're right, and I thought about that. A lot of times, coaches say, don't leave your feet. Either pass the ball on the ground or go up for the jump shot. He likes to jump in the air. He's effective at it, which makes it tough for him not to do it. You know, he likes to pass. He gets away with it, but you're right, 2 offensive fouls. Jay Miller, a good job on defense. Jay Miller is the unsung hero right now defensively, a very heady ball player. We're going to see Jacobson and Miller go at it one-on-one. Jacobson's on the bench. They go to his own defense. So a lot of coaching strategies employed. But we've got a 4-point ball game, and I don't think we're going to see more than a 4-point lead rest of the ball game.
It looks like it will be pretty close in the second half. Right now, let's go back to Mark Shapiro at WIAA Sports Central.
Thank you very much, Ken. Pretty good ball game so far. Pardeeville trails it by 4, 38-34, and it's at halftime. Colfax out in front. 1 year ago, we had an exciting Class C game matching Marathon and Oostburg. And right after we pause for these messages, we're going to reflect and see that game. This is your WIAA Sports Network station.
Oh, I'd like to get to know ya, have a chance to show ya round for just a while. Take you to places, meet some brand new faces, share a Coke and make you smile. Coca-Cola, Coke gets life, but when you see in the town, it's really nice to get to know ya, have a Coke and show ya round for just a while. Coca-Cola gets life, and everybody wants it.
Hey fans, when it comes to your roofing problems, why take chances on a long shot? Score every time with a call to Local Roofing Company of Eau Claire. The coaches at Local taught their teams well, and all through the area 300 miles around Eau Claire, you'll see evidence of their championship quality on jobs like Amory High School, Fall Creek High School, and the addition to Chippewa High School. Remember, you'll never fall out when you go with a winner like Local Roofing Company of Eau Claire.
1 year ago, Marathon and Oostburg. It was a great championship final in Class C. The Flying Dutchman had beaten Fall Creek 60-43 in the semifinals and were unbeaten. Marathon's Red Raiders had downed Prentice 61-56, and they were going for their third straight Class C championship. It was a close game all the way. So close, in fact, that the score was tied at 48-all with just under 2 minutes to go. After some turnovers and some missed opportunities, Marathon in the dark uniforms had the ball with 27 seconds to play.
Ball against Vanderpool. Now Delaport. Back to Seibert. 20 seconds to go. Here's Hockey. Trying to get some penetration. Almost held the ball too long. Releases to Delaport with 12 seconds to go. Now Burns with 10. Here's Hockey making his move in the middle. Trying to jam it inside. And he lost the ball with 4 seconds to go. And now Oostburg will have an opportunity with 4 ticks of the clock. And the score tied 48-48. Around the baseline corner, they'll have 4 seconds with which to operate. They come into Vanderpool. Whistle! Offensive foul! Vanderpool ran over Hockey.
Vanderpool gets the out-of-bounds pass. He knows he's got no time left to shoot. He's got to get the ball down the floor. The offensive foul, Dave's third.
Right at center court. It comes into Seibert. Turn jump shot is blocked by Vanderpool, and we've got overtime.
What a great defensive effort. Super defensive effort. Storybook finish.
48-48 at the end of regulation. 48-48 tie. The pucker rims out. Seibert rebound. And now down to 1:57 remaining in overtime. Hockey across the timeline. Burns post high. Burrish on the low post. Seibert the strong side forward. Seibert trying to find a pick and some penetration. Hockey in the corner instead. Steps up to the baseline. Good! And Marathon scores first of the overtime to take a 50-48 lead. Hockey has 7. 1:30 remaining in overtime. Most important possession here for Oostburg. Swart in the corner. Here's Vanderpool. 2-timed at the foul line, releases. Potter to the baseline. Vanderpool looks for Nice. They sag and cut him off. Allows Zort to take the shot. He missed it. And Nice will pick up personal foul number 5 as he came over the back of either Burrish or Burns. With 1:11 to go, Marathon leads it by 2. Burns could increase the margin. His foul shot is good. Now Marathon really sagged on Brian Nice down low and allowed Zwart to take the shot from the baseline, about a 12-footer, and he missed it. Second foul shot, no good. Tim Nice rebounds.
Big possession for Oostburg. They needed here to get back in there.
14th turnover, 34 seconds to go. Potter will put it right up. Good! And now it's 51-50. Seibert to inbound, floats it ahead to Hockey on the dribble across the timeline. 23 seconds to go. Hockey still on the dribble in the backcourt, and he almost loses the ball. Got a traveling call.
See on the screen, 15 seconds to go. Both officials that time calling the travel. It'll be Marathon out of bounds.
51-50. They lead it by 1. Seibert inbounds to Hockey, and he threw it away. A battle of the turnovers.
Remember, Paul Seibert with 4 personal fouls.
Oostburg will try and work for a good shot. Here it comes into Potter. Quickly across the timeline. Driving lane side on the run. Fires. No good. Hockey rebounds, and he's fouled as he breaks out of there. And it'll be Tim Nice. Well, they elected to go with Potter. He crashed right to the iron.
Well, that play took, as you see on the clock, 7 seconds. All the way down, takes the shot. No good. Kenny Honkey fouled. And will he have a bigger free throw ever than this one coming up right now? 2 ices the game. He misses 1. It could spell doom. 8 seconds to go. 51-50 Marathon.
8 seconds to go. Hockey at the foul line. He'll shoot the bonus. And he made it. Now they lead by 2 at 52-50.
This one here could give the Red Raiders championship number 3.
He got it. Tall order now for Oostburg as they take another timeout.
Marathon cannot foul.
Well, they roll the ball in to conserve a bit of the clock. Here's the lob to Vanderpool. Goes to the bucket, lays it in with 3 seconds to go. And Cyber will let the clock run out, and the ball game is over. Marathon wins their 3rd straight Class C championship in overtime, handing Oostburg their first loss of the season in a whale of a C title game. The final, Marathon 53 and Oostburg 52.
Well, that was the championship last year. Right now, we're at halftime of this year's Class C title game, and it's being led by Colfax 38-34. We'll go back for the statistics of the first half action and all of the play-by-play right after we pause for these messages on your WIAA network stations.
There are cheeses you can cook with, like the cheese on pizza pie, the cheese that shuts for crackers, or the cheese for ham and fry. You can slice it, you can shake it, you can cube it, you can bake it, but you don't have to make it.
I'll take my cheese straight.
When you find the finest cheese, just put it to this test. If it's made in Wisconsin,
you know you got the best.
Good-looking cheese, Wisconsin cheese. Would you like a little nibble here?
At Yamaha, we don't just have a little test track out behind the factory. We also test our engineering ideas wherever they race motorcycles, from Carlsbad to Watkins Glen, from Daytona to Le Mans. In fact, Yamaha is the winningest racer in the world. And every time we race, we learn more about how to build you a better motorcycle.
Eau Claire Cycle Shop on Heimstead Road.
We're at halftime of the Pardeeville and Colfax Class C championship game, and the score is Colfax 38, Pardeeville 34. Taking a look at the halftime statistics, very interesting to see that Colfax is 50% from the field on 17 of 34, 11 rebounds, just 2 turnovers. That's pretty important for them. Pardeeville is 14 of 32 for 44%. They've out-rebounded Colfax as expected, 20-11, but the Bulldogs have 9 turnovers.
Rebounds and turnovers, I guess, are misleading. 9 turnovers for Pardeeville. That's why they're down, but they've out-rebounded Colfax by almost a 2-to-1 margin. Surprising because of they're down by 4, but they've out-rebounded them 20-11.
Mark Loftus has 12 points, as does Steve Obermiller for the Vikings. And Steve Jacobson, who has 3 personal fouls, has 16 points. Mark Bortz has already grabbed 13 rebounds. That's a total of 31 for 2 games. He's approaching a Class C record set by Jeff Wolf of Kohler back in 1976 for 2 games. Wolf grabbed 35 rebounds, so if Bortz stays in there, he should get at least 5 more to break the record.
No doubt about it. Mark deserves that record. He's played very well underneath the boards, and you like to get a deserving kid like that a record.
Okay, Steve Jacobson is back into the lineup for the Bulldogs of Pardeeville. He's playing with 3 personal fouls as Bortz controls the tap back to Randy Cross, and the Bulldogs now will set up into the offense. Colfax, well, we were talking about that before. What kind of a defense would you call that now?
Looks like a 1-1-3. It looks like they man-to-man Jacobson. One guy sits in the middle. There's Bortz with a rebound.
And a basket.
3 more, and he's got the record. Very interesting defense, but it's been good so far. Jacobson, although he has 16 points, has 3 fouls.
Colfax will maintain possession. They're up by 2 points, just underway here in the 3rd quarter of a very good Class C championship game. Pardeeville in the championship game of Class C for the 2nd time in 4 years as Miller fires from outside and gets it to fall. Just a junior, Jay Miller made all-conference in the Dunn St. Croix League. Randy Cross fires from 14. And the rebound comes to Satina. Nice fake and goes up with a shot. Rebound pulled down by Loftus. He's got a bunch of rebounds. Obermiller fires. Really, he forced that shot. It's probably the first shot in the games that we've seen him play that he's forced. Jacobson and Miller go crashing to the floor as the ball goes out of bounds. Officials chose not to whistle that one, and Pardeeville will inbound the ball in the forecourt. Jacobson again. In and out. Miller will fire again. He gets the roll again. Nice soft touch.
Very soft touch. Good shooters are always around that rim, and that's where Jay Miller is. Interesting, now we get you watch on your screen when Steve Jacobson shoots or passes, Jay Miller will almost try to draw an offensive foul. Good defensive maneuver. Smart kid.
All of a sudden, Pardeeville is a little cold from the field, and now Colfax, with the biggest lead of the game for them, can enlarge it to 8 points. It's 42-36 right now as Loftus drives. Real aggressive drive that time. And Pardeeville calls a timeout. We'll be back with more basketball action right after these words from our sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
Put a little spice in your life. Start saving at American National Bank of Eau Claire. The spice comes from Corningware's favorite Spice Alive collection with nature-flavored colors to coordinate with your kitchen. Available free or at a low cost with a qualifying deposit to a new or existing passbook savings, golden savings, or certificate of deposit. Get your Spice Alive from American National Bank, Barstow Commons, Halley, Washington, and Westgate.
You'll like the difference at Ericsson's Putnam Heights. Like a full 1-year parts and labor warranty on quality Sony television sets at no extra cost. And differences like an extended 5-year picture tube warranty, also at no extra cost. So buy now for the best television ever with a Sony. Get these extended warranties on any color television purchased during March. Only at Ericsson's TV on Walker Avenue in Putnam Heights. You'll like the difference.
Colfax holds an 8-point lead. It's their biggest of the game, 44-36. They bring a 6-game winning streak into this tournament. They lost their last regular season game to Spring Valley, and Coach Dick Diener thought that really helped the team coming into the tournament. Jacobson from way outside, and Loftus gets the rebound, and Pardeeville is really not getting the offensive rebounds that they were in the first half.
Colfax screens out very well with Loftus, the way he can go up. They've done a good job, and again, Pardeeville now goes back in the zone. Interesting that Jacobson was on a wing in the previous zone. Now he's in the middle. They want to hide the kid on defense. Good move.
Almost a steal that time by Obermiller. Cross goes up with a shot and misses it. Here's a 2-on-2 break. Obermiller will be going against Jacobson. He's got to be careful, and he steals the ball.
Playing with 3 fouls, you're right. He's got to be careful, but what an aggressive ball player. That's the only way he knows how to play. Aggressive.
And he fires again. He's not hitting too well from the field here in the second half. Pardeeville is just 1 for 10 from the field as Obermiller gets the rebound and misses what looked like a pretty easy shot. Pardeeville very cold from the field here. Just 10%, 1 of 10. They're going to have to warm up if they want to get back in this game. And a foul will be called against Obermiller on Russ Bortz going up for the shot. Let's see if it'll be a shooting foul. It will be. Nope, it'll be a common foul. Happened after the shot as he was coming down. Jacobson hustles to get the ball on the inbound play. Cross will fire from way outside. He misses, and the rebound is pulled by Loftus, and here comes Colfax. Ahead nicely to Miller. Beautiful play. Nice layup. Again, Pardeeville misses, and Colfax quickly clears the board. Here they come again. They're up by 10, 46-36. Pardeeville just 1 of 13 in the second half. Nice move by Fear. Mark Bortz clears the boards. Ahead to Cross. He can't maintain possession. It'll be Colfax ball.
Nice job out of poles right on the play. Jacobson, a nice pass, couldn't be controlled. And you see the Pardeeville player did touch it last. Good call.
Michigan State holds a 27-22 lead over Kentucky in the finals of the Mid-East Regional in the NCAA College Basketball Tournament, as there's a steal by Pardeeville. That is the Vikings' 4th turnover of the game. Very low for a third period total. Russ Bortz.
Loftus underneath, got good position, but elbowed Bortz. Common foul. Second team foul on Colfax this half. That's number 3 on Mark Loftus.
He's going to have to be careful now. He's pretty aggressive underneath the boards. Jacobson can't get it, and Satina will be called for the reaching in foul.
Greg Satina over the back. Position again, you see 3 white uniforms on the inside. That's the way the box-out principles work.
WIAA sports are presented by the WIAA network, whose members are WKOW Channel 27 in Madison, WAOW Channel 9 in Wausau, WXOW Channel 19 La Crosse, WVTV Channel 18 Milwaukee, WLUK Channel 11 Green Bay, and WEAU Channel 13 in Eau Claire. That breaks a long cold streak for Pardeeville, as they've now cut the lead to 8 points with 3:02 remaining, period number 3. Inside to Dobbs. We're going to have a foul called on Randy Cross.
Loftus gets the ball in the middle, goes to the basket. Nice pass by Jay Miller. Randy Cross commits his first. 2 team fouls now on both teams.
Nice play by Obermiller, blocked nicely by Mark Bortz, but Obermiller maintains possession. Out to Miller, he shoots and gets the roll again. Real soft touch. 14 points for Jay Miller. His nickname, Stoneface. Very little expression on his face.
All right, now Jacobson has probably his first bucket this quarter. He's missed some, but he's a good shooter. He gets going right now. He will bring them back in this ball game. You watch and see.
Obermiller. Colfax shooting very well from the field, and perimeter shooting pretty much. Jacobson passes off to Satina, back to Cross. Off the front of the rim, no good, and rebound pulled down by Loftus. Here comes Colfax. Obermiller ahead to Dobbs. He's trapped in. He's going to try to get it back to Obermiller, but a nice steal by Russ Bortz. And now Pardeeville down by 10 with 1:51 remaining in quarter number 3. Will go to the offense. That means Jacobson. Nice rebound, Mark Bortz. Nice shot.
We get a chance now, Ken, next time down the floor when Colfax plays defense, Miller one-on-one on Jacobson. Obermiller plays right at the free throw line to deny Jacobson the drive. The rest of them zone. It's like a 1-1-3. Obermiller right at the free throw line. We'll watch next time Pardeeville gets the ball.
Obermiller from the corner. Rebound to Satina.
Get a chance to watch now. Obermiller, number 12.
Looks like we're going to have a personal foul.
They forced the ball low.
Called on Randy Cross, number 33 for Pardeeville, as he reaches in against Loftus. So the Vikings of Colfax, 22-2 on the year, will play the ball in. They've beaten some tall teams to get here to the finals of the state tournament. Pardeeville being a little bit more aggressive on the zone defense. Obermiller drives, bounces off the rim, rebound fought for and picked up by Fear. They may work for a last shot as the players check the clock. 31 seconds left. They're in no hurry. They've got an 8-point lead. Pardeeville looking over to the bench here to Bruce Hammond to see what he wants them to do. Miller, nice drive. Can't get the shot to fall. Loftus. Jacobson from way outside, and Miller is called for the pushing off foul.
Well, again, as we mentioned, when Jacobson goes up, Miller likes to try to make him foul. He likes to draw the offensive foul. It'll be a common foul, I believe. Number 3 on Jay Miller. So both Miller and Jacobson with 3. 7 seconds left.
When a player goes up straight in the air, he has the rights to that as Jay Miller makes a great steal. Colfax with their biggest lead of the game, 12 points, 54-42. Stay tuned to more exciting basketball right after these messages. This is your WIAA network station.
Someone's playing a guitar on the rooftop, and being up here with you girls out of sight, the city sounds are humming, and Coke has life to a guitar strumming, 'cause Coke has life and everybody wants a little life. I'm glad that I'm a city boy tonight. Coke has life and everybody wants a little life. The people you know, the town where you live, you're part of it all. You've got something to give, and you're doing more than you know.
When you put your money in a full-service bank, you're helping yourself, but you're also helping the community, because money you put into your full-service bank goes back into the community to help the people you know in the town where you live.
Yeah, you're doing more than you know.
WEAU TV 13.
Here we see the steal by Jay Miller, and as far as you're concerned, Chuck Nagel, you commented during the break that he's the player of the game right now.
I believe so, Ken. You see he's called stone-faced. He doesn't show much emotion, but when that basket went in, he came to the bench at the end of third quarters. He jumped in the air with both hands raised. He's the kind of leader that doesn't have to show a lot of emotion to lead a ball club. Jay Miller, Mark Loftus, 2 ball players who have come a long way, and they're leading this team right now, a 54-42 lead.
Pardeeville was only 19% from the field in that quarter. They're going to have to improve their shooting if they want to get back into this game. Here's Russ Bortz driving. He gets it. Colfax shot 44% in the third quarter, and Colfax out-rebounded Pardeeville 14-8 in that third quarter. Turnover number 6 against Colfax is now Pardeeville down by 10 with 7:39 remaining. Randy Cross will shoot. He can't get it to come down, and Dobbs goes way up to get the rebound. 2-on-1 break ahead to Obermiller.
Jay Miller to the pass to Obermiller. Have they surprised this sellout crowd this afternoon? Wow.
Jacobson can't get it to go. Mark Bortz gets a strong rebound and is fouled as he goes up by Loftus.
It'll be a 2-shot foul. You see him screen out actually 2 players. He's that physical. Goes back up. Mark Loftus, his 4th foul. Coach Dick Diener looks like he will leave him in the ball game. There's no tomorrow. You have to do that.
That is the first free throw that Mark Bortz has missed in tournament play. Prior to that, he was 7 for 7 over the 2 games. 56-45, Colfax by 11. Mark Bortz now has 14 points as Pardeeville now goes into the full court pressure defense. Colfax no trouble with it. Fear will drive all the way. A mix up there as they just left Fear alone, and he wisely went right to the bucket. Jacobson looks to shoot. He's cold here in the third quarter and the fourth quarter. And now Russ Bortz. Ooh. Great play by Jacobson. Let's see if he's okay as his head went right into the table there. He looks like he's okay.
You know, here's a long pass down the floor. We'll have Jacobson, and you don't think that guy wants to win this ball game? Look at that.
Right into the table.
Boy, I'll say.
Ouch.
Five-second violation. You must touch the ball within 5 seconds. Good defense, crucial defensive play. They score here, they're back in the ball game. Good defense.
58-45, I believe that's the biggest lead for Colfax. Satina misses. Pardeeville just stone cold from the field.
They were up until that point. Steve Jacobson on the defensive play. The kid's got 3 fouls. He wants to win this ball game so badly. He's doing a great job. Colfax, timeout.
Timeout by Colfax. Don't go away. We'll be back with more WIAA basketball after these words from our sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
For my money, Millie here runs the best place in town. Take this. It's real butter. Millie don't skimp on quality.
Ah, real butter. My compliments to the chef.
My family is important to me. That's why I insist on real butter for cooking and as a spread.
From ADA of Wisconsin.
The old wheels, of course, were foot pedal, or in the Orient, they use a stick and twirl it. But first thing you do is stick it to the wheel, center it, and then you have to mix the clay again, some more, to check it again for air bubbles, hard lumps, and for foreign materials, until the clay feels as though it's right for throwing.
There you see Coach Bruce Hammond in his 6th year as the coach of the Bulldogs. He has a 108-28 record, but he wants that 109th win very badly. Pardeeville, as we told you before, in the Class C championship game for the 2nd time in 4 years, but they're down by 11 with 6:27 left to go in the game. Cross will fire. He can't hit. Pardeeville still pretty cold from the field here. For example, Jacobson is only 1 of 10 in this second half.
Saw a picture there of Dick Diener in your screen. He's got a brother, Tom, a super guard for Stout University, 2-year starter.
Satina with the rebound. It's no good, and the rebound pulled down by Loftus.
Remember now, Loftus playing with 4 fouls.
Pardeeville now stays in the man-to-man defense. This is a switch from most of the game. They were in the 2-1-2 throughout the game. But they have to pick up the tempo and force Colfax into some mistakes as Pardeeville is down by 11. A good effort by this Colfax team. Good shooting here in the second half has opened up the lead. Inside to Obermiller, and Cross will be called for the foul.
The official right on the scene, Cross, lets Obermiller come across the lane. Shouldn't do that on defense. Picks up his 3rd. 4 team fouls on both teams.
Picked off by Satina nicely. Ahead to Russ Bortz. He's going up against Miller. It's good. That Jeff Satina, we saw him do it a couple times against Fall Creek. He is very good at anticipating passes and making the steal. Nice drive by Obermiller. 18 points. And Pardeeville turns the ball over. To be honest, I didn't see what happened.
Man stepped inbounds, stepped over the out-of-bounds line to make the inbounds pass. Violation. These kind of ball games, almost every turnover at this point, very costly.
60-49, Colfax with an 11-point lead as Cross picks it off after the steal by Russ Bortz. Ahead to Satina. Pardeeville lost the ball, but they came right back. And it's 9-point difference now. Colfax ahead, and they're going to have to maintain the momentum they've built up as Pardeeville trying to force the game with this man-to-man defense.
They run their shuffle offense, try to kill some time. It's a scoring offense. It's not a stall.
Jacobson steals the pass. It's a 7-point ball game.
Timeout Colfax. Good maneuver. They've been outscored 6-0. You got a ball game here.
Stay tuned to more exciting WIAA basketball right after these messages. This is your WIAA network station. How about
At Kaiser Ford, we're mighty proud.
Your own motor home but think you can't afford it? You haven't seen the Cruisemaster Mini Motorhome from Georgie Boy. With solid construction, features you'd expect only in more expensive motorhomes in an unbelievably low price, Cruisemaster is as easy to own and to drive as a second car. See the Cruisemaster, the possible dream.
Your way-to-go dealer, KOA Trailer Sales, Highway 25 and 994 in Menominee.
RV, it's the way to go.
Let yourself go to Pizza Hut. Let yourself go to Pizza Hut. When it's pizza you want, nothing else will do. When there's no stopping until you're through. When you're laughing and smiling and shooting the breeze. When you want to let loose and be as free as you please. Let yourself go to Pizza Hut. Let yourself go to Pizza Hut.
Over, but they've committed 6 turnovers in this quarter, and that's enabled Pardeeville to outscore Colfax 8-2 in the last couple minutes.
7-point ball game, 60-53, 4:44 on the clock. Lots going to happen in these next 4 minutes.
Obermiller gets it into Loftus, over to Fear, and he looking to Obermiller, but gets it ahead to Miller. Colfax now have to try to generate some offense. I think they've been stunned a little bit here by the man-to-man defense of Pardeeville. Obermiller drives the baseline. We're going to have a blocking foul committed by Russ Bortz.
Obermiller drives the baseline, was not given the baseline, but a good defensive maneuver. Unfortunately, the foul called, his first, 5th team foul on Pardeeville, so one more. Right now, Colfax in the bonus situation. Could be a key, Ken.
Obermiller now with 19 points. He's averaging 16.5. He's a 75% free throw shooter and makes both. 20 points for Steve Obermiller. His shooting from the outside has been one of the reasons that Colfax holds a 9-point lead right now as Jacobson operates along the baseline. Scramble for the rebound, picked up by Satina. That's the travel.
Indecision that time, didn't know which way to go with the pass. Good call, costly turnover. They're down 62-53.
It's interesting that Pardeeville is in the man-to-man defense because they've been pretty much a zone team all year, yet in the second half of the sectional final against Wrightstown, they went to a man-to-man defense. First time all year, and that's what they used to come from behind and win that game, 54-50. Nice rebound to Dobbs, but that's a double dribble.
Right. Good defensive pressure by Pardeeville. Once the rebound came down to Colfax, just over 3 to go, they've got to score here.
Randy Cross. Rebound tipped out of bounds. That was Mark Bortz who last touched it. So Colfax will put the ball in bounds. Pardeeville has yet to score since that last timeout by Colfax. Jay Miller brings it into the forecourt nicely. 3:27 left to go. Colfax with a 9-point lead. Obermiller, nice move.
It seems whenever they need a crucial basket, one guy comes through for Colfax. They've had all 5 come through at one time or another.
Off the rim, no good. Rebound to Satina. They can't get it to fall. Mark Bortz. That could be it for Loftus.
Got a player down for Colfax in that scramble. He might have been stepped on. 2 or 3 ball players went up with offensive rebounds.
Randy Cross is hurting a little bit too.
Basket will count for Pardeeville. Possible 3-point play.
I think that's Bob Fear down on the floor there. He's being looked at by Dr. Jim Russell of Fort Atkinson.
You see the replay again. Satina goes up. Fear goes down. Satina up with the basket. May get a chance to see where the injury occurred.
It looked like Fear and Cross collided with their heads, it almost looked like. Maybe we can see that again. As Fear is still down on the court. At any rate, Mark Loftus has fouled out of the game. That was his 5th personal. He ends up with 16 points. Let's see it. Looks like it was a forearm or an elbow to the head of Fear, accidentally by Cross, and he also got hurt a little bit. Just a very natural collision, both teams going for the ball.
3:01 to go, Ken. We'll see what kind of effect now that 5th foul on Mark Loftus has on the Colfax team. Not a lot of time left, and fortunately, Colfax player up. He will be taken to the bench. Nice job. Gets a nice round of applause. So Mark Loftus now out of the ball game. As I mentioned, there's still a lot of time left, but it could have come at I guess, a more opportune time for Pardeeville. And Mark Loftus played a great ball game, a great tournament.
Checking into the game for Colfax now will be number 22, Craig Johnson. As you see Bob Fear right there, looks like he had a little bit of a cut and they bandaged it up, perhaps a bloody nose. So coming into the game will be the 5'10" junior, Craig Johnson.
They'll take him out. They'll take him out. I believe he had to be subbed for since he did come out of the game at one time.
Also coming into the game is number 44, Mike Kiekefer, a 6'1" sophomore. So on that play, Colfax loses 2 of their starters. Fear may be able to come in at the next whistle, though, if he's able. Mark Fort's at the free throw line. To shoot 1 and 1, he misses it. Satina gets the big rebound and scores.
4-point play. They're back in it.
Fear is getting set to come back into the game as Obermiller drives the lane. Nice move.
He does that so well. You see him clap his hands. He'll take the ball almost a leg to the floor, right to the basket, up and off the glass. That's a big-time move whether you're in Class A, B, and C.
Tim Bortz will check into the game now for Pardeeville. Coming out is Satina, who committed that last foul. 66-57 with 2:46 left to go. This could give Colfax a 10-point lead with just a little under 3 minutes to go. Pardeeville really has their work cut out for them now. Jacobson will shoot. I've never seen a player in a state tournament shoot regularly from such a great distance.
I haven't either. Just incredible.
Almost turned over, as now Colfax will try to run some time off the clock.
We're approaching 2 minutes, Ken. Foul on Steve Jacobson, his 4th. Good foul, though. Got to go for the ball. It's been like a one-man defensive gang out there on top. He made the foul. And again, why save your, 4th and 5th fouls? They're going to do you no good if you lose.
He fouled Mike Kiekefer, a sophomore who's just checked into the game. He's got the 1-and-1 opportunity. Ooh, boy, that's a big free throw for a guy coming in off the bench. A sophomore only.
Good look at Mike Kiekefer. Big free throw for Mike.
9-point lead. Misses the second one, though. And Mark Fortz, with that rebound, for sure has set the record for Class C rebounding in 2 games. But a shot is missed there by Pardeeville, and the Vikings are quick to clear the rebound, and it's 1:53 left to go. As Spear tries to save it and does, over to Obermiller. Quick work there, and Pardeeville now almost has to foul. Spear fakes the shot. They're in no hurry now. They're going to run the time off the clock, but Jacobson doesn't want to commit the foul. He's got 4 personals. He has to stay in. Russ Bortz will be called for the personal foul as Jacobson tries to cut him off. Checking into the game now will be a number of substitutes for the Bulldogs. And I think Coach Bruce Hammond is somewhat conceding the game here, Chuck.
Mark Bortz goes to the bench. What a tournament from the board. What a tournament on the rebounds. Great ball player. Bobby Fear now with a bonus situation. He looks like he's okay following that injury. Comes back and cans the crucial free throw.
Bob Fear, considered the team comic on the team. Makes it a 10-point lead for Colfax, 69-59, 124 remaining. Jacobson fires it from way out, middle of a jump ball.
We have a sub coming in. He's going to say if he comes in for Steve Jacobson, you'll see a standing ovation for this kid. What a ball player.
Number 35, Steve Jacobson, finishes quite a career at Pardeeville. The all-time leader. He ends up with 1,442 points in his career for the Bulldogs. It'll be Colfax ball. 1:13 remaining. The game's over now, though. 10-point lead for Colfax. And a team really that not too many people knew about is going to go home with the Class C state championship trophy. Jacobson ended up with 22 points, 10 of 25 from the field. As the sophomore Kiekefer hits from the field, it's a 71-59 game. Russ Bortz will shoot. Are you surprised by Bruce Hammond sending in his substitutes rather early, a minute and a half to go, his team down by 9?
You see replay of the foul, and not really, Ken, the fact that there are maybe a minute and a half when he sent the subs in, but Colfax is in a delay game. When you're in a delay game, you've got to go out and get the ball. People are going to fall out of the ball game. I think it's a good move by Coach Bruce Hammond. Give these kids tournament experience. They worked hard all year long. Give them some experience.
Colfax was making the free throws down the stretch as they had done against Coleman. 12 of their 24 points in the fourth quarter yesterday against Coleman came from the free throw line. There's a foul. Foul goes against number 43, Tim Harris, on Fear. Dick Diener will be sending in some of his substitutes, as he knows he's got the game won. Real happiness for the Vikings from Colfax. They're going to finish the season 23-2 as Steve Obermiller and Jay Miller come out of the game. Great games by both.
I'm very, very impressed. An unknown ball club on Thursday, a famous ball club on Saturday. I'm very impressed with Colfax. What a team effort.
They were the last ones to practice here in the field house on Wednesday, and very few people were around when they were practicing, and even when they were done. They just kind of went through their drills and left quietly, and not too much publicity, but here they are. They're going to take the Class C state championship.
They won't leave quietly tomorrow, I'll tell you that. The community of Colfax very proud of this ball club.
Colfax, located 24 miles northwest of Eau Claire. The 1,026 people in that town will be very, very happy when their team returns home, probably later today, with that championship trophy. 73-61 is the score, 18 seconds left to go. Very interesting point, you know. The assistant coach for Colfax, Chuck, is Doug Russell. He's a native of Pardeeville.
Good to see these kids off the bench score a point in the state tournament. I love to see that.
It's a thrill for them to play in the game. They don't see much action during the year, and it's a thrill for them to play on this field house floor. 2 seconds to go, 1. We'll have 1 tick of the clock left to go before Colfax can claim the trophy. They start to lower the scoreboard already.
This is what it's all about, watching the winning team and their fans come out on the floor. This is what it's all about right here.
That's it. The Colfax Vikings are the champions of Class C. They defeat the Pardeeville Bulldogs 75-61. Don't go away. We'll be back right after these words from our sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
Being a crop duster, I get to see what's happening down on the farms. Frankly, I'm impressed by the crops and livestock, the modern buildings, and I don't know where they get the money for all that equipment. Bet they depend a lot on their bank. So do I. In fact, the bank helped me buy this plane.
Your money working through your full-service bank helps provide the loans your neighbors need. Together, you and your bank keep the agricultural community strong.
You and your bank are doing more than you know.
They call me Happy Tracks, cause I'm walking happy, feeling high and stepping snappy, moving my feet to the beat of a brand new day. What do you say? Hey, I'm making happy tracks, jogging in the sunshine, skating on a skateboard, having a fun time, drinking a Coke, cause Coke has life, he's thirsty, be the mine. Come along, cause Coke has life, and everybody wants a little life.
You see it on the screen as the next team's warm-up. Colfax, the 1978 WIAA Class C champion, 75-61 over a good Pardeeville ball club. We start today's telecast with a great ball game. Statistically, for the game today, Colfax, 32 out of 60 from the floor, 53%. Pardeeville, an off day, they shot 34%, just 27 of 78. 84% from the free throw line for Colfax, 64 for Pardeeville. 38-30, Pardeeville had the rebounding advantage. Turnovers, 16 for Pardeeville, a big part of their ball game today. Turnovers, 13 for Colfax. Steve Jacobson led the Pardeeville ball club today. He had 22 points, a great individual ball player, possibly the best shooter we've seen in some time. 10 out of 25 for Steve Jacobson. The high man for the ball game, Steve Overmiller, he had 25 for the winning Colfax team. Again, the final score, Colfax 71, Pardeeville, or 75, Pardeeville 61, Colfax, the WIAA Class C champion. We'll go now to courtside, Ken Syke, with the winning coach from Colfax, Dick Diener.
I'm here with the winning coach, Dick Diener of the Colfax Vikings. Dick, you were talking about your defense earlier in the game. You really shut off Jacobson, even though he had his shots, but he wasn't effective. What defense was it?
Well, we played like a 2-on-2 zone, with the only exception was that Jay Miller was picking Jacobson up at the half-court line and playing him tough, and Steve Overmiller, my other guard, was playing in the free throw line, ready to double-team Jacobson if he got by Miller. Actually, what we're doing was cheating on Cross and Satina and letting them shoot the ball and playing a triangle zone underneath, concentrating on getting the rebound off the first shot.
Again, your team rebounded very well against a much taller team. This is the way it's been all year, I understand.
Yes, it's been exactly that way. These kids got a lot of heart, screen the boards exceptionally well. We worked hard at it, and they're great.
And Jay Miller, just great all afternoon.
Well, they displayed some fine pure shooting and ball handling. Overmiller's really come on this last part of the season to where the point he's almost unstoppable. And Miller has had an excellent tournament.
How does it feel to be the Class C state champion with your tallest starter at 6 feet tall?
It feels great. It's just unbelievable. Greatest feeling I've ever had. And it probably really won't sink in until we can sit down and analyze this maybe a week or two from now. But it's tremendous.
Could you believe that you could have done it with such a small team?
Well, we didn't think we'd make it down to the state to start with at the beginning of the season. We figured we'd have to work our tails off to get down here. And then when we got down here, I told the kids we continue to play the ball the way we have been and work the boards like we have been. Who knows what can happen? We got good shooters.
Congratulations to you, Dick, the coach of the Colfax Vikings, the Class C state champions. Let's go back now to Mark Shapiro at WIAA Sports Center.
Thank you very much, Ken Syke, and congratulations to Colfax for winning the Class C championship. We'll be back with more right after we pause for these messages.
In a classic championship Class C basketball, probably one of the we've had here in the field in many, many years, the members of the Colfax High School basketball team, 1978 champion.
The state champs of Class C, Steve Cook. Greg Dobbs. Bob Fear. Craig Johnson. Todd Knudsen. Mike Kekafer. Mark Loftus. Jeff Luer. Jay Miller. Steve Obermiller. Tim Prince. Robbie Railton. And the coach of the state champion Colfax High School team, Dick Diener.
Thank you, fans. You're all great. And Pardeeville, you've got an excellent ball club. You caught us on a very hot day. You've nothing to be ashamed about. Thank you.
A fine demonstration of good sportsmanship displayed by these two teams. We congratulate both of them. Thank you very much.
We add our congratulations to Dick Diener and his winning Colfax team, and to class and sportsmanship on the part of Bruce Hammond, too, in the Pardeeville Ball Club. We're at halftime of our Class B game, 37-19. Elkhorn leads Park Falls. Now let's go to Mark Shapiro at WIAA Sports Center.
Thank you very much, Randy. We'll be back with more right after we pause for these messages on your WIAA network station.
Brings it into the home like drill. Couples it, sound from radio. And then brings it all to life by adding motion.
Come break away
to become television.
from the everyday.
Television, less expensive than radio. Television, less than a third the cost of newspapers. Television, the sum of all the alternatives.
Television advertising works. Call Mike Eaton and find out why.
Well, the weather kind of shaped up a little bit today.
Right, we got up to 40 for the first time since fall, so spring's going to sneak up on us. We have a slight chance of snow on Monday, but it doesn't look like it's going to really come.
Let's hope not.
It didn't come today. We had forecast light snow showers today, and they didn't occur. Instead, it got quite warm. Now, it'll be slightly cooler tomorrow because a cold front is going through our area at this time. It's attached to a low-pressure area, which is in Ontario. But this will result in only slightly cooler temperatures, generally about a high of 38 tomorrow instead of 40. And we will expect cooler, drier air to come into the area, so that takes away any chance of precipitation at least until Monday. So we're going to have another few pleasant days ahead, and then in the extended forecast it looks like our temperatures will generally be in the 40s now next week. So spring's coming, though slowly. Actually, though spring is officially 2 days away, it's almost like summer in much of the United States. Generally across the Central Plains and Northern Plains, they had temperatures in the 70s and 80s today, which is certainly warmer than they've ever had this early. That's causing problems in Nebraska, where they're having extensive flooding. It's not so much severe floods in certain places, but flooding all over the state, the worst they've had since 1940. The only cold spot in the nation today was in the area of the New England states, where they are hoping it stays cold because they're trying to put off the melting as long as possible. They expect severe flooding there, as well as they've had record-breaking snowfalls. That's where the coolest spot in the nation today was. It was 3 below in Holton, Maine, and our warmest spot in the nation today was a remarkable 1 degree in New Mexico. It's much warmer than they've ever had this time of year in that area as well. We'll be back in a moment with our temperatures and tomorrow's forecast.
It's sleek, it's long, it's small, it's strong. Hey, that's my Dodge. That's my Dodge.
That's what folks are saying, because Dodge has got the sporty Aspen, the beautifully affordable Diplomat, plus Magnum, Colt, Challenger. All great reasons for saying...
Say that's my Dodge. Say that's my Dodge. Say that's my Dodge. Say that's my Dodge. Say that's my Dodge.
Now, yes, right now is the best time for you to make your best deal on lawn and garden equipment at Wood Sales in Black River Falls. Riding tractors by John Deere, Boland's, and AMF. Roto Hose. Out they go on your best deal. And wood-burning stoves at the lowest prices of the year. See the Steel Farm Boss, the chainsaw for any use. No reasonable offer refused. Buy now and save hundreds of dollars during the pre-spring Money Saver Spectacular at Wood Sales and Service in Black River Falls.
Mall Furniture is having a tremendous stock reduction sale right now to reduce our overcrowded showrooms. I'm Mike Worthman. We want to move over $100,000 worth of bedding, sofas, chairs, bedroom sets, dining room sets, and occasional pieces that are marked down especially for this inventory sale. You can save $100 to $300 on sofas and up to 40% on bedroom sets and many selective items. For big savings on quality furniture, don't miss our tremendous stock reduction sale now at Mall Furniture in Marshfield and Stevens Point.
Our present temperature in Eau Claire is 36 degrees, and our skies are presently clearing up. We'll have only clear to partly cloudy skies tomorrow. Our high temperature today was 40 degrees, our low 15. Presently, our humidity is at 72%, and the winds are out of the west at 12 miles per hour. The barometer is falling from 29.65, and once again, our temperature in Eau Claire is 36. In our forecast, tonight will be mostly cloudy, and our low around 20. Sunday will be partly cloudy, with highs around 38 degrees, and next week in our extended forecast, it looks like we're going to have all our temperatures in the 40s. So it looks like spring's finally coming our way.
And we don't have to wait too much longer.
No, officially 2 more days, but it's actually going to come next week.
Okay, that sounds real good. Thank you very much, Debbie. It was reported today that a Health and Social Services staff memo prepared in mid-February predicts the state Medicaid program could have a $66 million surplus when the fiscal year ends June 30th. But Health and Social Services Secretary Donald Percy has questioned the accuracy of that memo. And next up, highlights of a Colfax basketball victory.
Tire trouble? Get help fast. Call your pit stop serviceman. Your local pit stop man is a one-man tire crew working against time like a racetrack mechanic to get you back on the job fast with know-how, dedication, specialized equipment, and a full line of quality Goodyear tires. Get to know the pit stop man at your nearby Goodyear dealer or store. He's all you really need to know about farm tires.
Elk Mound Trailer Sales, the largest volume dealer that passes the savings on to you, offers the largest selection of travel trailers ever, along with service, parts, and accessories. You'll get the best possible price only a low overhead dealer can offer. Shop today for your Nomad at Elk Mound Trailer Sales, 2 locations 10 miles west of Eau Claire on Highway 12, and at Sleepy Hollow Campground, Cameron, Wisconsin.
Jim, I guess you could say that Colfax literally played over their head today.
Yeah, they went up against a big team like they have most of the year, I guess, and came out as a Class C champion, Mike. 75-61. Congratulations again to the Vikings. That's the score they beat Pardeeville by to win the Class C title this afternoon. The new Class B champion is Elkhorn. They had no problem with Park Falls, beat them 81-65. And tonight, Nina came from 18 points behind to beat Beloit 58-49. I think if I had a most valuable trophy player to give in the tournament, I'd probably give it to Steve Obermuller. He was super in both games. He did everything right today. Scored 25 points, 2 there to lead everybody in the basketball game. Steve Jacobson had 22 for Pardeeville, but he only hit 10 of 25 from the floor, and he's averaging 28 a game. Colfax really did a good job on him. Everybody played well for Colfax. Greg Dobbs, Bob Fear, Jay Miller had a great day. Shooting, he had 16 points, 2 there. Colfax got behind early again today, just like yesterday, but once they got going, it was obvious they were the better team. Mark Loftus with a steal, and Mark Loftus with the lay-in. After the game this afternoon, TV 13 Sports went into the Colfax locker room, talked with the winning coach and a couple of his players.
It's a thrill of a lifetime. Happiest day of my life. It just goes to show it.
that size is not the name of the game in basketball, that you can do it if you got a lot of heart and the things that you got to do to win, which our kids are willing to pay the price. They're excellent kids.
Yeah, it's first time down here. You know, it's always a long ways off when you're back in regionals and sub-regionals. You know, you think you get to state, and wow, you know, so it's just tightness.
It's got to be a great experience.
It is. It's really fantastic.
How does it feel to be the champ?
Yeah, there's help from all over.
What did you think of this at the beginning of the year?
I guess it was in the back of everybody's mind here.
Just had to follow through and get here.
I guess.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Assignment. Jacobson.
Yeah, he was tough.
Is he as quick as he looks?
Yeah, he was. I couldn't stay with him a lot of times. So I just tried to get hand up on a shot and try to draw the charge sometimes.
He didn't have a real good shooting game. Was that on account of you?
I hope so, a little bit, maybe.
I'm sure so. Quite a bit, for sure. That is the big story of the day. Colfax, without a doubt, but there is more to a tape rebroadcast of their victory. I think just about everybody in town was downtown for the parade to welcome the team back. Then everybody jammed into the gym to congratulate the team and listen to the head coach, Dick Diener, speak.
I'll remember this outfit for as long as I live. This could be the highlight of my lifetime in athletics. I know it is right now. WIAA, Class C.
And then the superintendent of the school system presented the trophy one more time.
Mr. Diener and Mr. Russell.
The thought in Colfax today is that they might not get done celebrating for 4 months, and after seeing them this afternoon, I'd say that's a conservative guess. The final 4 teams